Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Get Play Soon. Also, welcome to the episode 16 of Leetcode SQL 50 challenge. In the previous videos, we have solved all these problems under the topic basic aggregate functions. We have solved problems from two more topics also, like select topic and basic joins topic in the previous episodes. So if you haven't watched them, then make sure you watch them. Now moving ahead with the next question, we have monthly transactions 1. In this question monthly transactions 1, there is only one table, that is transactions table. It has 5 columns like ID column. So ID consists of transaction ID, country, from which country the transaction is made, state. State is an NM type of column. It consists of two values, either the transaction is approved, which means transaction is successful, or transaction is declined, which means the transaction is failed. Okay, now we have transaction amount column and transaction date column. Now from this table we need to find for each and every month and country, we need to find the number of transaction, their total amount, number of approved transaction and their total amount. Okay, now let's look at an example. In the example you can see different IDs, countries, state, amount and transaction date. Here in the output you are supposed to mention month and country. So for each month and country we need to calculate the number of transactions made. Out of these transactions, how many of them got approved, other amount of transactions, and out of this amount how much amount got approved and successful. So all these things we are supposed to mention in the output. Now let's take an example. Here during the month of December 2018, you can see there are two entries, that is 121 ID and 122 ID. Both are from US. One got approved and one got declined. Right, because both of them from the same country, we can write during the month of, because they said each month. So in the same month, in the December 2018, you can see two transactions. We'll write in the output like this. So December 2018 in US, there are two transactions. Out of them, one got approved and one got declined. Therefore, what will be the approved count? Only one. What is the total transaction amount? The total transaction amount consists of both approved and declined. So 2000 plus 1000, 3000. Out of them, how much got approved? 1000 got approved. Now you can see in the month of January 2019 also, there are two transactions but from different country. Therefore, we will write these entries separately. So let's write about the US transaction in the month of January 2019. It got approved with the amount of 2000. So how many number of transactions? Only one transaction. It got approved. So 2000. Similarly for DE also, one transaction, it got approved, 2000. So this is how we mention. Also, if you clearly see, this column name is transaction underscore date. It consists of year followed by month followed by date. But in the output you can see with the column name month, we are only mentioning year followed by month. So while printing the output, while writing the SQL code, we need to be careful about this. Now let's see how to get all these columns, all these values through SQL code. As you can see here, all these columns should be present in the output. Now whatever columns we need in the output, we will mention in the select statement. So first, as month you can see, and the country is given in the input itself. Transaction under count, approved under count, transaction underscore total underscore amount, approved underscore total underscore amount. So all these things we are supposed to calculate and retrieve from the table transactions. Here, before doing all these things, we are doing this group by, we are grouping by month and country. First we are mentioning month. If in the same month, if the country is also same, then we will group, or else we will leave. So this is what we are grouping by, because here you can see same month, same country, that's why we are grouping. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's see one by one how to calculate. Now the first column here we have is month. Here, as I said earlier, year followed by month followed by date, but in the output we only need year followed by month. To do that, we have this function in SQL called date underscore format. The first parameter is the column name of the input. What is the column name of the input? Trans underscore date. Trans underscore date followed by whatever format we need. Year followed by month. So this is how we get the output value. Now the column name will be month. The second column is country. Country will be same as the input, so we are taking this country from the transactions table. Now speaking about the third column, that is transaction underscore count. We are mentioning number of transactions, right? So we are already grouping by month and by country. So all we need to do is count of id as transaction underscore count, how many times the transaction is made. Now moving ahead with the next column, approved underscore count. We need to count number of times it got approved. We will use this case format. We have discussed how to write this syntax in the earlier videos also. If you haven't watched them, then make sure you watch them. So first thing we will do is, when case state is equals to approved, the state value is equals to approved, then we will count it as 1. If it is declined, we will count it as 0. So if state is equals to approved, then 1, else 0. And as per the syntax, at the end of the case statement, we will mention end. Okay. So we will, if it is approved, we will make it 1. If it is not approved, we will make it as 0. After all making it ones and zeros, we will calculate how many times it got approved. So therefore, to calculate it, we will use this sum function. Now let's see how to calculate the transactions total amount. So here we have this column called amount. Here we have this column called amount in the input table. From that we will do sum of amount as transaction underscore total underscore amount. Now moving ahead with the last and final column, that is approved underscore total underscore amount. Here also we'll use this case when state is equals to approved, then only we will add the amount. Then only we'll consider that amount, or else 0. So first time, for one entry, we'll calculate the amount. For the second entry also, we have to add this amount, right? That's why to add, we will use this function called sum function. And after adding, we will update the column name as approved underscore total underscore amount. So this is how we get each and every column. I hope you understood how to write this SQL code. That's it from my side. We have completed solving this problem also. We are just left with 2 problems under the topic basic aggregate functions. I hope you are liking this series. If you find this helpful, make sure you like it, share it and subscribe to our channel. Get placed soon. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Bye bye.